Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning, dear students. In this section, you are going to learn about what if it finishes Environmental Studies CBSE syllabus class 5. Children, let us discuss about a bus journey. Today, we are going on a school trip to Adalaj Stepwell, about 18 kilometers from Ahmedabad. We began counting the vehicles on the road. Some of us counted the bicycles, others counted the buses, cars, and motorcycle. Abraham, who was counting bicycle, soon got bored. There were hardly any bicycles on this highway. Search. The driver suddenly barked at the red light. It was a big crossing, and we could see the traffic lined on all the sides. Honk, honk. The sounds of loud horns and smoke come out of the vehicles. Maybe that is the reason why a little boy in a rickshaw was coughing so much. I felt something familiar. I remember the smell. It came from Baba's tractor in the village. On the petrol pump. After some time, our bus stopped at petrol pump. There was a long queue. It seemed as if we could have a long wait. We all got down from the bus and started looking around the petrol pump. We saw many large boards and posters. Petrol and diesel will not last forever. Save it for your children. Make every drop go a long way. Switch off the engines when you stop the car. We could not understand why it was written at petrol and diesel will not last forever. We thought of asking an uncle who works at petrol pump. Children, let us discuss about petrol and diesel and where does it comes from. So petrol, diesel, oil together called as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the fuels formed by nature process as a decomposition of dead and buried organisms. Fossil fuels are buried, flammable, geologic deposits of organic substance such as dead plants and animals that got deposited under several thousands feet of slit. These deposits decayed with the passage of time and got converted to natural gas, coal, and petroleum due to the extreme heat and pressure inside the earth crust. They are also known as non-renewable resources of energy as it takes a very long time for it to replenish. Children, now let us discuss about types of fossil fuels, formation and uses of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the following types: coal, petrol and gas. First, let us discuss about coal. Coal, it is a hard black colored substance made up of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur. The major types of coal are anthracite, bituminous and lignite. Anthracite has a large carbon concentration and it is the hardest type of coal. Lignite has a high concentration of oxygen and hydrogen but a low concentration of carbon. Bituminous is a moderate form of coal. Coal is processed industrially to obtain derivatives like coke, coal tar and coal gas. Now, let us discuss the formation of coal. The process of formation of coal is known as coalicification. The dense forest present in the low-lying wetland got buried in the earth million years ago. Soil kept depositing over then and it got compressed. As they went deeper and deeper, they faced high temperature and pressure. As a result, the substance slowly got converted into coal. Children, now let us discuss the uses of coal. Coal was used to produce steam in the railway engines initially. It is used to cook food and it is also used to generate electricity in thermal plants, and it is used in industries as fuel also. Now let us discuss about petroleum. Petroleum is a clear oily liquid, usually green or black in color. It has a very strange smell and it is a mixture of petroleum gas, diesel, paraffin wax, petrol, lubricating oil, etc. It is also termed as black gold because of its wide range of use in many industries. Formation of petrol. The sea animals and plants died and their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea. They got compressed by the layers of sand and clay. Their encounter with high temperature and pressure converted them into petroleum. The petroleum is separated from the crude oil by a series of processes in a refinery. This is known as petroleum refining. Now let us discuss the formation of petrol. Within the process of organic formation of oil, the theory is contemplated that there were marine plants and animals that were deposited on the seabed and that over time they were buried and covered by layers of sediment and sand. This process, in which organic vegetable matter was buried at depths for millions of years, made it possible for high temperature and pressure to convert organic and or vegetable matter into petroleum and natural gases. Today, we will drill out through layers of sand, rock sedimentation in order to reach the rock formation that contains deposits of petroleum and natural gases. Let us discuss from where do we get petrol. Petrol and diesel comes from crude oil, which comes from deep underground. Crude oil is refined to make petrol or diesel. Most forms of transport use either petrol or diesel to power their engines. From Land Rovers, cars, buses, motorbikes to large ships and aeroplanes use petrol to run the vehicles. Now let us discuss how do we get petrol. The first part of refining crude oil is to heat it until it boils. The boiling liquid is separated into different liquids and gases in a distillation column. These liquids are used to make petrol, paraffin, diesel fuel, etc. The crude oil is a mixture of different chemicals called hydrocarbons. Children, now let us discuss the uses of petroleum. It is used to power internal combustion engines in the form of petrol, and it is also used in roofing, road pavements, and also water repellent. It is used in manufacturing detergents, plastics, fibers, polythene, etc. Let us discuss about kerosene. Kerosene is also known as paraffin, and lamp oil and coal oil is a term combustible hydrocarbon liquid which is derived from petroleum. It is widely used as fuel in aviation as well as households. Now let us discuss another fossil fuel called natural gas. Natural gas, it is a clean and non-toxic fossil fuel. It is colorless and odorless and can be easily transferred through pipelines. It is stored as compressed natural gas (CNG) under high pressure. It has a less polluting and less expensive fossil fuel. Methane is the most important natural gas. Now, let us discuss the formation of natural gas. The phytoplankton and zooplankton sink to the bottom of the ocean and mix with organic materials to form an organ rich mud. The mud buried under more sediments and lithifies to form an organic shale. This prevents its export to oxygen. This is done to protect the organic material from being decomposed by bacteria. The increasing pressure and temperature transforms the shale into a wax material known as kerosene. At the temperature between 90 degrees to 100 degrees centigrade, the kerosene is transferred into natural gas. Now let us discuss the uses of natural gas. Compressed natural gas is used for generating power, and it is also used as fuels in automobiles, and it can be used at homes for cooking. It also used as starting material in chemicals and fertilizers. Children, now let us discuss what is CNG used for. CNG, also known as compressed natural gas, is an eco-friendly alternative to gasoline, made by compressing natural gases like methane down to less than 1% of its volume. CNG fuel is safer than gasoline and diesel because it is non-toxic and does not contaminate groundwater. Now let us discuss how the CNG formed. CNG is produced by compressing natural gases to less than 1% of its volume at standard atmospheric pressure. To provide adequate driving range, CNG is stored on board a vehicle in a compressed gaseous state at a pressure of up to 3,600 pounds per square inch. Children, let us discuss, are fossil fuels are renewable? Fossil fuels are non-renewable sources of energy. Most of the energy used is obtained by burning of fossil fuels. These fossil fuels are used up at the faster rate. They cannot be regrown at the scale compressed to the consumption. With the increased demand of the production of various engines, fossil fuel energy is declining. It is difficult to replace them. That is why they are known as non-renewable source of energy. Renewable energy. Renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources which are naturally replenished on human timescales such as sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and geothermal heat, etc. Children, now let us discuss about non-renewable energy comes from sources that could eventually run out. Yes, all fossil fuels are non-renewable resources. It took millions of years to form fossil fuels, and we are currently using it up faster than it is being made. Another challenge to using non-renewable resources is that they can be cause pollution. Burning fossil fuels releases chemicals into the air and water. Reducing our dependence on fossil fuel is important, so governments are working hard to enough scientists and industries to find new sources of energy and to improve alternatives. Renewable energy comes from natural sources that can be more easily replenished, like sunlight, which will never run out of, is also a renewable source of energy. The other sources of renewable energy is included like wind, water, sunlight, and geothermal energy. These sources causes little to no pollution and will last thousands or maybe even millions of years. Children, now let us see what will replace fossil fuels. Renewable replaces fossil fuel energy on the grid in the USA and in virtual every region. When electricity supplied by wind or solar energy is available, it displaces energy produced by natural gases or coal-fired generators. Children, let us discuss some of the alternative energies like solar energy. Solar is a radiant light and heat from the sun that is harnessed using a range of ever evolving technologies such as solar heatings, photovoltaics, solar thermal energy, solar architecture, molten salt power plants, and artificial photosynthesis. Now let us discuss why solar energy is important. Solar energy, a clean source. No green gas emission are released in the atmosphere when you use solar panels to create electricity. And because the sun provides more energy than will ever need, the electricity from solar power is a very important energy source in the move to clean energy production. Now let us discuss about wind energy. Wind energy is a form of solar energy. Wind energy describes the process by wind is used to generate electricity. Wind turbines converted the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power. A generator can be converted mechanical power into electricity. Now let us discuss what is the use of wind energy. The term wind energy and wind power both describe the process by which the wind is used to generate mechanical power or electricity. This mechanical power can be used for specific tasks such as grinding grains or pumping waters, or generator can be converted this mechanical power into electricity. Children, let us discuss about biogas. Biogas is a mixture of gases produced by the breakdown of organic matter in the absence of oxygen, primarily consists of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas can be produced from raw materials such as agricultural waste, manure, municipal waste, plant material, sewage, green waste, or food waste. Biogas differs from natural gas in that it is a renewable energy source produced biologically through anaerobic digestion rather than a fossil fuel produced by geological process. Biogas is primarily composed of methane gas, carbon dioxide, and trace amounts of nitrogen, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide. Now let us discuss the uses of nuclear energy. The nuclear energy is also called atomic energy, energy that is released in the scientific amounts. In this process, the affect atomic nuclei, the dense cores of atoms. It is distinct from the energy of other atomic phenomena such as ordinary chemical reactions, which involves only the orbital electrons of atoms. Let us see is nuclear energy is good. Nuclear power releases less radiation into the environment than any other major energy sources. Second, nuclear power plants operate at much higher capacity factors than renewable energy sources or fossil fuels. Nuclear energy is a clear winner on reliability. Children, now let us discuss advantages and disadvantages of fossil fuels. Advantages: the fossil fuels can generate a large amount of electricity at a single location. They can be found very easily. They are cost effective. Transportation of oil and gas can be done easily through pipelines. They have become safer over time. Despite being a finite resource, it is available in plenty. Now let us discuss about disadvantages of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels emit carbon dioxide when they are burnt, which is a major greenhouse gas and is the primary source of pollution. This has contributed to global warming. There are non-renewable resources, that is, one used they cannot be replaced. Combustion of fossil fuels make the environment more acidic. This lead to unpredictable and negative changes in the environment. Harvesting of fossil fuels also causes fatal diseases among the people. For example, the coal mines often suffer from black lung disease. The natural gas drills are constantly exposed to chemicals and silica, which is dangerous for their health. These are the natural sources of energy and have expensive application in industrial as well as domestic process. Children, a new study published today in Science Advance finds that if we burn all the remaining fossil fuels on the earth, almost all of the ice in Antarctic will melt, potentially causing sea levels to rise by such as 200 feet, enough to drown most of major cities in the world. What we'll do when fossil fuels run out? More energy sources can rely on after this happen. However, according to BP, Earth has 53 years of oil reserves left at current rate of consumption. According to 2019 annual energy outlook, the global GDP growth between 2017 and 2040 is expected to average 3.4%. How long until we run out these fossil fuels? Globally, we currently consume the equivalent of over 11 billion tons of oil from fossil fuels every year. Crude oil reservoirs are vanishing at the rate of more than 4 billion tons a year. So, if we can carry on as we are, our own oil deposits could run out in just over 53 years. Thank you.